Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainers? So Top Cup of with another video. So today we are doing a Q&A. So I dropped the community post for y'all to ask any question that y'all wanted to ask me. Make sure I hit that like button, hype with the video, and let me know what y'all think about my answers down below. So the first question I'm gonna start off with, somebody said, where did the name Ebner Entertainment come from? So if y'all don't know, my first name isn't Pierre. So I always believe and have read that you should always put your name in your business, meaning that like any branding that you do, always include your name in it. So that was a big part of me wanting to use that part of it with the Ebner Entertainment. And also, I feel like me coming up with that was bigger than a YouTube channel. Like my goals with Ebner Entertainment are bigger than just staying here on YouTube. So that's how I came up with the entertainment part, because my plan is to do other things with just Ebner Entertainment. It's not just staying at a YouTube channel. So that's how I came up with the name Ebner Entertainment. Plus, I think I'm funny as shit. Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. I don't really give a crap, but that's how I came up with it and combined the two together. Would you ever get into comedy? Yes. One of my goals this year is to do stand-up comedy. Somebody said, talk about your experience about being bilingual. So I was born in Haiti. I lost a little bit, I feel like, of my Creole. Like, I don't speak, to me, I feel like, as good as Creole as I did when I first came here. So I have a little bit of it. I don't know why I sound nasally today, y'all, but whatever. I talk a lot of it, don't get me wrong, but it sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's Kringlish. Creole mixed with a little bit of English. So it does kind of sound like off the wall a little bit. Okay. Somebody said you were my number one most watched YouTube channel for 2025. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, somebody says Chocolate a rescue, and how old is he? He is 2. That's my baby. Shout out to Chocolate. Okay, he's in his room. Yeah, he does have his own room. The patio. He's 2. He's not a rescue. What do y'all consider a rescue though? Because I got him off of Facebook. So, like, I don't know. I guess that's a rescue because I rescued him from a Spanish lady. The lady was feeding him broth. Like, when I got him, she was telling me, she was like, oh, she was like, Pierre, she was like, this is what I feed him. Like, I give him a little bit of this, and then I take a little bit of the, she took like dog food and crumbed it up. You know, those hard dog food that you feed in big ass dogs, and she would crumble it up and put it in like chicken broth. They would give it to the dog. So I guess you could say he is a rescue. So he is a rescue. Okay. Dream vacation. Somebody said, what's your dream vacation? It would be Dubai, Hawaii. Somebody said, what's your ultimate goal in life that'll make you say, I really did it? It makes you feel fulfilled. I want to retire my parents and then pay my parents' home off and buy my parents a house. Those are the 3 things that would make me feel like 100% fulfilled in life. I know a lot of people would say other stuff, but to me, that's would be the ultimate goal. Like, okay, like I made it, I'm done. Like I could like sleep peacefully at night, which I do anyways. But do you ever plan on moving out of the state that you're in? Yes. And when I do it, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Literally, I don't think y'all understand like how much the whole Malik thing affected me. Like, I remember seeing that all over online when he did move out. I'm a big believer in energy. There are people that will watch you and do not like you. They will pray something will happen to you. They will like wish the worst things on you. So it's like, if I do plan on doing that, I ain't gonna tell nobody on here. I ain't gonna tell y'all just gonna see me pop up months later somewhere, and y'all gonna be like, damn, like he don't even live where he lived no more. Like dead ass. Cause I'm a big believer in that. Like that really like woke me up, because like that situation, it happened so suddenly. 1 and 2, I feel like it had a whole lot to do with energy, meaning that like there were people that probably did not want to see that young man prosper. I'll say that. Yeah, I get what I'm saying. So it's like I do plan on moving, but I don't plan on telling much people. I'll say that much. Okay. Uh, Someone said, "Hey Pierre, wondering if you watched this season of Traders." Yes, I have been watching Traders. I don't recap it for certain reasons, but I have been watching. This season, I feel like they doing a lot online. I'm sorry, like y'all acting like these people are dying in real life. Like it's not that even that serious. Like Jesus, the stuff that comes out online for this season of Traders, you would have thought these people are being banished and mad at in real life. Like it's really not that serious with some of the stuff that I've been seeing online going back and forth. Like I just don't like it. I feel like last season, like they're a little bit more light about it and a little bit more like jovial. This season is just like, damn. Dave Vaughn, if y'all don't know, is supposed to be on this season for Big Brother. She wasn't on this season, thank God, because y'all would have did the most even when it came to her. So that was God saving her for being on that show. Okay. Um, Someone said, "Is there anything that you are into that a lot of people do not know?" I would say two things. One of it is true crime. Like I love the ID channel. That is something that I love. I could watch it like any time of the day. I love to figure out like who's like the bad guy. Like a low key like back because somebody else asked me like a question about like a backup plan. Like I low key would want to do and would want to go into like the criminal justice system, like to work for it because it's so interesting to me how things are broken down and how the law works. So that's something I'm really into that a lot of people do not know. Like I love solving true crime stuff. I love watching it. I love finding the details out about it. Like that's something I'm really into. And another thing too is I like to write, whether it be thoughts, songs, stuff like that. Like I have a whole journal of stuff that's just written down. I ain't no songwriter here, but you know, like when I'm bored or have the time, that is something that I like to do is write. Someone said, "Would you mess with anybody on the shows that you work with, that you like review?" Y'all messy. I would say certain people, but it's like they from the type of network where you'll mess with them and they gonna F around and try to fight you. So like, no, I have not messed with anybody on any network though. Let's please make that very clear. Never have, and I probably never will because I don't want to end up on the blogs. I'm gonna tell y'all that straight up. But there is a few that if they were not on that network or networks, I would. Okay. How about this? I'll sleep with Bobby from Bravo, Angel's husband. Let me stop. Y'all probably thought I was gonna say Bobby Lights. Okay. How do you feel about doing more story times that your audience can get to know you more through lived experiences? So stay tuned for March. This is where we're doing March Madness. March, I'm not playing around, y'all. Y'all be getting a whole lot of story times in March. Okay. Y'all know I've been promising the Domino story time. The Domino story time is so much, and that's why I have not dropped it. Because I feel like it would have to be a 3 or 4 parter because that's the company where I went from working customer service, assistant manager, and then I became the general manager. So it was a lot it was a lot of years. And not even that, like it was a lot of different positions. So it's not just a one sit down thing, I'm done. Like it's a lot. When I tell you it's a lot, my first dog, I got through that job. Like that's how much of a story it is. So please be patient for that one. Okay, please. Someone said, did you always want to become a content creator? I hate that question. And I even hate that term. Like it's so like cringy to me. Like you do content. And every time somebody asks, uh, like, not what do you do for a living, but something that you do, I just hate saying that word, and I'll try to refrain saying that word because they automatically think that you do OnlyFans. Okay, thank God that's not the only thing that I do for work. So I'm not too afraid to say it, but it's not even about being afraid to say it. It's just it sounds so cringe to me. Like I hate that. Did I always want to create content like online? No and yes, only because I did start young. I started doing this shit since high school. A lot of people do not know this because the channel that on right now, if you go back, it only goes back only a certain amount of years because this wasn't my first channel I had. I had another channel that got terminated and I got it back, but that one that got terminated, that's the very first channel I had. where I started in high school, like, what was it, sophomore year? I was doing reactions. Y'all remember when people used to do them BGC reactions and they ruled? They used to like, I used to do that. I started off with that. I wasn't consistent in high school. I ended up even getting monetized in high school. And then I started becoming more consistent after I left high school. So there's that. So did I always want to do it? Like I woke up, like you were saying, since like a little itty bitty kid. No, but I always wanted to like entertain people since an itty bitty kid. But once I got to high school, that's when I wanted to start doing it more and then got into it. So that's why it's like a no and a yes type of question. Okay. And then someone said, if not, do you have a backup plan in mind? I wouldn't say I have a backup plan because for anybody that's trying to be a creator, never just rely on becoming a creator as your sole form of income. Like I'm a big believer in that, is to not rely on it 100%. And if you are, please be monetized in more than one location. So that way, God forbid something does happen, you'll be set. And another thing too, if you are creating on a platform, build more than one page. Straight up. Especially what they happened to me before. I know how it feels like to have your whole snatch and to be panicking. So always build more than one page and try to get monetization on more than one social media platform. So would I more point say have a backup plan? I don't need one, to be honest, because I'm good. So there's that. All right. Who is somebody from Zeus or not STV that reminds you of yourself? Also, if you had to spend a day with any reality star, who would you choose and what would y'all do? That's a loaded one. The first one, who reminds me of myself, I'll probably say, yeah, I can't think of nobody. Yeah, I can't think of nobody. And then if I were to spend any day with a reality star, it would be Kenya. I love Kenya. And we would talk about all things housewives, the whole firing thing that's going on, how she got not fired, but like that whole situation that happened with Brett. I would ask her questions about business. We would just laugh. I find her really, really funny, and I find her quick with it as fuck. So I just know we would get along because like she's very quick. You know what I'm saying? Also, another person I'll hang around with is Stacy. The bitch is a liar, but she's funny as fuck. So I just know that we would have a good time laughing at everything that's going on in the world. So there's that. They said, Pierre, when is the blog coming in regards to the surge? I still have no idea what you have done. Thank God you still look the same. So whatever you had done is very subtle. What did you like to know? Okay. It's coming in June. I'm dropping it in June. It will make sense why. I've been telling y'all that. Some people already kind of know, but I will be dropping it in June. So stay tuned for that. And y'all right. Thank God I do look the same. Someone said, when will you get a PO box? I'll get one in March. I'm 100% like stagnant. I'm 100% like sure on that. We're getting one in March for sure. Cause some of y'all been asking me to get a PO box. Someone said, what is the limit? Meaning, what is something morally you would not do for the price of fame? I wouldn't sleep anybody for the price of fame. Like, I would never have sex to gain an opportunity because I feel like you doing that is okay selling your soul. It's no shade. I'll never sleep with nobody for fame or opportunity. It's just something I just can't see myself doing because it's like that's something that's gonna be forever held over your head. And I feel like it low-key eat at your soul. Because if you do it once, they're gonna expect you to do it over and over and over again. And I nobody that I'm not really even interested in like that. That's nasty, that's dated, that's late. So that's something I could never do for fame is fuck. What are your favorite shows to recap? Probably Sausage or Baddies. And let me tell you why. Y'all probably wondering what the hell. Let me tell because I haven't had any drama recapping that show. I'm gonna say that. Like most of the not STV people, except for like one or two, have never like came at me directly on some like weird shit. Like, why you say this on your channel? Da 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 da. Right? So I've never had that happen to me before. So that's why I like recapping it, because it's funny. Like, they don't do nothing on there but squabble. So it's nothing like that serious. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like deep versus like a baddies or like a cabaret. Like, there's certain shows that I'll cover, even Housewives. Those certain shows that I cover, people really do get in their feelings and they take the show to heart. So that show to me is something like, that's why I do it on Twitch. I could react to it, kiki, they squabble it, they fight it, and they just talking shit. Like, it's nothing like serious. That's why I like recapping it. I ain't gonna lie. It's really funny to me. Okay. Sorry. All right. Someone also said, they said, would you ever act in a Tyler Perry movie if given the opportunity? Hell yes. That's not even a question. If you had the opportunity to choose one, would you either work with Natalie or Jocelyn? I would work with Natalie. And the reason why is because I feel like a lot of people that end up working or being around her, they end up doing something stupid. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, they end up trying to be friends with her. I don't think that's smart. To me, she's the type of person you have to see her as a business transaction. If you're trying to be friends with her, you automatically lost the battle. Like, she's the type of person where like you have to treat it like she's like a coworker. You might kiki with your coworker, but at the end of the day, that is not your friend. You shouldn't tell them personal business about yourself or none of that. You should really trust them like that. It should just be really low key, like a beneficial thing on both ends. You benefit her, she benefits you, and then that's it. I feel like a lot of people that get around her, they want to be cookie crunch girlfriends with her. They get mad when they hang out with their op or this and that. Like, versus Jocelyn, the reason why I wouldn't want to do with her, she got a temper and I don't have time. I'm sorry. I love Jocelyn though. She funny, but no. And I also feel like financially, she's a little selfish. Sorry. Someone said, would you be interested in doing more mainstream artist deep dives using your skits? I don't know about copyright, but I had the idea for you. So there's a third channel that I'm going to get up and running very soon. Okay. So that is something I plan on doing on there. Okay. Do you have a social media manager or virtual assistant? I actually need a manager. Fuck a social media manager. If y'all don't know, I do this on my lonely. I'm talking everywhere y'all see me on, except, well, now even the gram. So everywhere that y'all see me on, I've had a little bit of help with Instagram for a little bit. That's why y'all haven't seen me being posted as of lately, like consistently. That's going to return back soon. But as of now, I'm team Uno by myself. So everything that you see me do, from the thumbnails to the videos to the edits to the intros to all that, that's me. Okay. What's your best advice you could give to one who wants to start content but is kind of shy? P.S. I love you. I love you too. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Get rid of shame. Y'all know the song Shame. I for the fame. The shame. You got to get rid of that shit. Straight up. Straight up. I wish somebody told me that a long time ago. Get rid of that shit. People will watch you and will not like you. Straight up. That's something I'm even realizing now. And you have to like be okay with it. As annoying as it may be, people will literally don't agree with you, hate your guts, but still watch and keep up with every word that you are saying. They'll not miss a video. They will not miss a notification over some of your biggest supporters. So do not ever have shame. And it's really a two-parted answer. Do not ever let anybody shame you. Don't let anybody shame you for doing whatever content creation that you're doing, whether it be OnlyFans, travel content, fashion content, TikTok. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is, bitch. Don't you ever let nobody shame you, straight up, because the people that are shaming you or trying to shade you or trying to be funny, they want to do what you're doing. They're just mad that you're doing it successfully and they're not. Or that you're attempting to doing it and they didn't have the guts to attempt to try to do what you're doing. So do not ever let anybody shame you. That is some of the dumbest. That's one of the dumbest things you could ever fucking do. You literally have to get rid of the shame. Shame. You have to get rid of it. That lady made that song for a reason. I'm telling you. And it doesn't even matter. It could go into any career field that you go in. You have to get rid of the shame. Because those same people that are going to talk about you, they're going to talk about you when you don't try, when you down bad, when you are doing great, when you are being successful, when you got a lot of motion, when you don't got a lot of motion, it does not matter. Because 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, they want to do what you're doing. Straight up. They'll tell you, oh, I would do it, but I would do it this way. They want to do it. They're just mad that it's not them. So get rid of the shame. I'm telling you, there's no reason to be shy. Someone said, I thought about becoming a T page, but I feel like I'm way behind on the shows. What would you say to someone trying to build in that niche? I wouldn't suggest that, just because it's a lot more that happens behind the scenes that y'all even aren't aware of. It's a lot. I'm talking about a lot. I wouldn't consider what I do here a T page, because I do a lot more than just a T. But I feel like if you are going to want to do that, whether it be like posting on the gram, TikTok, or whatever, like, know what you're talking about. Do not ever start covering stuff and you have no clue what you're talking about. I've seen people on here before where it's like they'll be on TikTok saying stuff and they're completely wrong. They'll be talking about a show or situation and they're completely wrong. Don't ever do that. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. If you're going to start covering a show or a group of people, know who the fuck you're talking about. Because if you do not know who you're talking about, you're going to sound like a fool. I remember one time, like, it was like JT and somebody else that were beefing, and somebody on social media said something about their beef, and they were completely wrong. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up. When he said, shut up. Like, I'm telling you, know what you're talking about if you plan on doing it. And also, do not trust anybody. What is something you know now that you wish you knew 10 years ago? What is something you would tell your younger self? If something that I knew now 10 years ago is, it does not matter how talented you are, consistency and connections is what will get you far. Straight up. If you do not know certain people, and if you do not be consistent on what you're doing, you're never going to get far. Okay? You're never going to get far. Because some of the most talented people are not consistent. And some of the most talented people do not get in certain places because they do not know this person, or they're not going to kiss ass or suck dick to get into certain places. So you have to kind of know that, to not feel so down on yourself if you don't get certain opportunities or certain things, because one, God may not want that for you. And then two, that you don't know what that person did to get what they got. So there's that. Where's something you would tell your younger self? To believe in yourself a whole lot. Now I do 100%, but before, my younger self, I wasn't the most confident and believe in myself. So that's one big regret I had, and I wish I could rewind time and be like the most consistent YouTuber when I was in freaking high school, because I'll be further along. And I also would tell myself to not pigeonhole myself, to not cover certain content, so that way it'll be a lot easier when I'm further along. So there's that. Are you single? Yes. Am I looking? No. Someone said, where are you from and what's your zodiac sign? I am a Virgo. Someone said, have you supported or covered someone's work in Zeus, not STV, etc.? You genuinely like them, but instead of appreciation, they're responding in a way that completely shifted in how you felt about them. That's a loaded question. Bitch, you're a spy, okay? I see you. Hell yes. Hell yes, on multiple times. I'm telling you, like, being online has risen my trust issues with people. I don't trust a soul now. Straight up. I don't. Like, it's just like my trust has went out the window. Like, it's just like when I see people now, you know that y'all be seeing that quote they said, where y'all see people, I see spirits. Bitch, I see trustless souls. Like, no, I trust nobody now. You can't tell anybody anything. Do not ever tell them your personal information, all of that stuff. Like, just don't. I don't trust a soul now. Because the same people that will smile and kiki and laugh with you will be the first ones to talk shit behind your back. Okay, so I've had that happen in those particular, some people in those particular networks. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Don't. And another thing too, don't ever think somebody's your friend when you're doing this type of stuff. That's one thing that I realized too, don't ever get so comfortable that you think people are friends. Like that's your friend. No, that's not your friend. Straight up. Someone said, how's the dating pool out where you're located?
And it saddens me, Kelly.
It saddens me. That's the how is it to feel to achieve the set connections you have now? And has this point always been your goal, or is there more to come? This point hasn't been my goal. I really feel like I'm really hard on myself. If y'all don't know this, I'm extremely hard on myself. I may not appear to be, but I'm like extremely hard on myself. I feel like I should be way further along in this. I'm not even like, I don't know. I feel like I should be way further along than this. Like I'm a Virgo. Like I'm a perfectionist. I just feel like I should be like 10 times further along. I should be bigger than I am. I feel like I have the talent to be bigger than I am. I'm consistent to be bigger than I am. All of the things. Okay. That's just how I feel. Someone said, how did you come up with the name Chocolate? Okay, so Chocolate, he's white. Y'all see his coat, but then he has brown spots on his face and stuff. So I was trying to be funny and name him Chocolate because he's white and then he has the brown spots. And also, y'all remember on Housewives of Atlanta when they accused Phaedra of sleeping with, what about Chocolate? What about your man named Chocolate? So that's how I came up with Chocolate. So it's like a little bit of like a flip. That's how I came up with it. Ain't it creative though? Okay. Someone said, are you in a relationship? I already answered that. No, because somebody asked me if I was single. They said, how long will you continue to do YouTube? I feel like I'll never stop. Like I'll probably end up switching up content like very like quickly, meaning like I'll switch up what I'm doing like over the years, but I'll probably never do it. I'll probably never stop doing it. I feel like once you are on here and you have built a platform, you'll be a fool to stop doing it. If Keke Palmer is where she is at her career and she's still doing YouTube, and she wasn't even a person that started off doing it. Why would somebody who started off doing it ever stop? Come on now. All right. Someone said, do you still speak to the twins? We don't, but we're cordial. Like, you know what's crazy? This whole twin thing. This twin thing is so irritating when I get reminded of it. Because what? Y'all, it was fake. Straight up. Not meaning like, okay, when I say fake, we weren't given scripts or anything like that, right? But what the producers didn't know is that we knew each other. I met the twins at the gym. Like literally, we live near each other, and I met them at the gym. So I already knew and was familiar with them. So when I seen them, it was like a key we had to like act, bitch. Like that was improv, motherfucker. Like I already knew who they were. We didn't know all of us were going to be there in that same place, but we knew of each other beforehand. So that's shout out to the twins. They're really good people. So that's what that was. I find that shit so cringe, by the way, and I wish I could erase it off the internet because it's so cringe. Because once again, I had to act, bitch. I had to like improv with the shit. Like, fuck. Someone has said, outside of success professionally, what is your ultimate goal? What would bring you ultimate unconditional happiness? For me to provide for my family and set them to where they're able to make money for themselves by me putting them in certain places. That's what would make me that's what would give me the ultimate happiness, and to retire my parents. Straight up. Those will be the two things, okay? Anyways, y'all, those are all the questions I'm answering for today. If y'all have any more questions, though, I answer them down below if I want to, and if I feel the need to. Stay tuned for more videos, and we out, y'all. Bye.